That's cool. I would have liked that. Was the donut good?
Well, yes, it was. It was nicely spiced.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
the hard-hitting questions
It was just
here.
like a cinnamon donut. It tasted very British. It was wild.
Oh, see, like we were going about this wrong. We should have donuts. Welcome to hell.
Hi, I'm Allison Stella, and this is a new song called Charlie Littlejohn. Robin Hood and Charlie Littlejohn were walking through the forest, singing noodle-lollies and the golly water days. And as they were walking, they got to talking and having to think of what the other had to say. We've done a fine job, said Charlie Littlejohn, but the rich keep getting richer and the poor struggle on. Between an having some bags, we ought to let it the cat do about the rich, the poor, and what we ought to do. You can take from the rich and give to the poor, but if the rich are fast at these, what are the merry men for? Here out, we got a problem, it ain't solving itself. If the truth can set you free, I got a little to tell. Ooh, I hear the sheriff and his guy have got a sweet deal going to keep the people poor and their own gold flowing. When the tax time comes, they give Nottingham nothing and live up on high as gilded gluttons. You know these bags of coin and these loaves of bread stop trickling down the day that we're dead. Let's give the folk what they need instead. Tell the people Prince John won't save them. Tell the people the royalty hate them. Tell the people the king ain't coming. Tell the people of the racket they're on it. Tell the people Prince John won't save them. Tell the people the royalty hate them. Tell the people the king ain't coming. Tell the people of the racket they're on it. Tell the people Prince John won't save them. Tell the people the royalty hate them. Tell the people the king ain't coming. Tell the people of the racket they're on it. Tell the people Prince John won't save them. Tell the people the royalty hate them. Tell the people the king ain't coming. Tell the people of the racket they're on it. Tell the people. Tell the people. Tell the people. Tell them of the Notting Hill we're becoming. Robin Hood kicked the rockaways down the path and got real quiet. Little John, you sure are asking for a lot of wrath. If there's one thing they won't stand, it's a class riot. Why don't we carry on the way we're doing now? Let sleeping dogs lie fat instead of putting them down. Charlie Littlejohn and Robin parted friendly ways, and in a fading voice Rob could hear him say, you can take from the rich and give to the poor, but if the rich are fast at these, what are the merry men for? The rich of Nottingham are rotten to the core, for how they give to themselves and take from the poor. Now, you can be a cheat, lead the world to ruin. Worst case, you'll pay through a little suing. You can be low, a real depraved feller, anything other than a truth teller. They locked up Charlie Littlejohn years past his due to set an example to scare all of you. So Rob pulled up his hood and got back to work for good.
Hello and welcome to the Jersey Shore
I
Musicians
fooled
Podcast.
you out.
I'm Matt. That's Jeff.
Hi.
And tonight we have Allison Stella.
Golf clap. Golf clap.
Thank you. I can't do it for myself, right? That's not polite.
You probably can. We're not.
But I appreciate the golf clap.
Okay. How was it getting here today?
I'm a terrible driver. So I'll start with the most unfun fact about me. I'm from Pennsylvania,
Okay.
thus bad driver. So I got turned around, I think, twice. And then I drove right past here, which is really cool.
Okay.
But you know how like an aggressive driver can be really dangerous? So can a
Indecisive.
wimpy driver. Yes. So I'm dangerous in the more covert way.
To make you feel better, we had one person drive by 4 times, and on the 4th time, he decided to stop halfway down Fisher Boulevard and then reverse down Fisher Boulevard to get back to the driveway.
No. Well, I
Yes.
didn't do that.
It almost ended very
It's
poorly.
like, yeah, I'm not the
Yeah.
worst. I'm not the worst.
Yeah, that's all I needed. Just the reassurance that I wasn't last placed. So yeah.
So why don't you give us a little brief history on your musical endeavors?
Wait a minute, hold on one second. What do you have in there?
So it's like a slippery elm tea because I've been talking all day and then, expected to talk all night with you guys. So
What makes
Yeah.
it slippery?
I think it's like an actual herbal addition. It's like in throat
okay.
coat and stuff like that if you buy it at the store.
Oh, okay.
But I
okay.
guess the active ingredient is slippery elm, which, as it sounds from the name, makes your throat a little more slippery, less
I
scratchy.
thought you were going to tell me it was like a certain whiskey or something.
I
in there.
wish.
That'd
I wish.
I mean, you gotta have
I'm
something
like a
over there
bullet
that you can
bourbon
throw over
girl,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I do have some whiskey somewhere.
Hidden from me.
No, it's not.
Rudely.
It's actually just should be in plain sight.
Yeah, you normally got a bottle of Crown sitting somewhere.
Yeah, it's empty.
Well equipped. Yeah. That's great.
boy.
You said musical history.
Yes, musical history.
Yeah, so kind of typical. I took piano lessons growing up, so classically trained. For a while, I was just a competition pianist, and I would accompany like big choirs and stuff like that. I, in college, did a couple weird things with music where I started with jazz groups, playing with like jazz fusion groups. And when I was living in England for a little bit, I played with the Oxford University Student Choir.
That's awesome.
But honestly, I feel like now, since what I do is cover songs and more rock or folk kind of things, I don't really have the same chops that I did back then, which is fine. I'm doing different things now. So the piano ability is probably something I could get back one day if I worked at it. But yeah, no, I went from like Debussy to playing CCR, and I'm okay with it.
So what was it like in England? Like what were you doing out there?
Yeah, I spent a semester studying English literature, and I did audition for a few different groups out there, but knowing I would only be there for one semester, my pickings were kind of slim. There was one really cool audition where they gave everybody a donut just for trying out, which was really nice. But no, that was the one that I got in. I got to play with an opera group and a Christmas concert for them with some classical pieces. Everything was in
cool.
Latin. It's great.
Oh, that's cool. I would have liked that. Was the donut good?
Well, yes, it was. It was nicely spiced.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
The hard-hitting
it
questions
was just
here.
like a cinnamon donut. It tasted very British. It was wild.
Oh, see, like we were going about this wrong. We should have donuts. Hey, thanks for coming on the podcast. Here's a
They'll
donut.
I'm fat. I like donuts.
Yeah.
I did too.
If you bake them, they will come.
Jeff, you're a baker. Let's go.
I'm not really a donut baker, though I'd like to try.
Go ahead.
I wonder how you're doing.
I think
You-
you have
you-
to fry them.
You
Yeah.
you
I don't
have
think you
homework.
can bake a donut.
Yeah,
You
but
have
then
to-
you gotta like do shit.
Yeah.
Like I want it to look
Oh, yeah.
cool. Like I don't want it to just be a plain donut. No fun in that.
crumble
There's nothing wrong with a
pistachios.
plain donut either.
No,
The old-fashioned.
you gotta learn. You gotta crawl before you walk, right? So that makes
Start
sense.
with those.
You gotta establish the base.
That's what all these places do, right? They get the regular donut, and then the whole appeal is whatever they put on top. That comes later. They like dip them and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, we don't have that kind of space. So and I'm more of a
Yet.
like, hey, here's a donut. You're taking it the way I'm giving it to
Yep.
you.
Yep.
No, when you would have been like, here, take a donut from this box of Entenmann's. I made them myself this morning.
I just use the box over and over again.
You just Sharpie the top of it.
Crosses out Entenmann's.
Jeff
Right,
Timmons.
right, Jeff. Right, Jeff. Oh,
Okay,
great.
back on.
That was my fault. I take credit and blame for that donut detour.
I like it though. Yeah, check that.
so you also play with Mark and his band of gypsies in Burn Tavern?
Yeah. I
I'm
guess
sorry.
they are gypsies. We are gypsies now, I have to say.
Yeah, you have to say we.
I'm still getting used to like saying anything other than, oh yeah, I'm playing with Burnt Tavern, and not just like, oh, I'm in Burnt Tavern. But it's been fun.
I mean, everybody makes mistakes. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if Mark sees this, you
Little
might get a
oversight.
raise.
Yeah, or I'll get kicked out. I'm still new enough to be kicked out and for it to not be a thing, I guess.
Mark, you better not.
Don't you dare.
I'm trying really hard. No, but it's challenging because I'm used to doing the whole one-woman act with everything. You know, I card all my crap in, and I have my own sound system. So to work with anybody, rehearsing anything, or writing something with another person is just a terrifying ritual for me. Okay. So I have been stepping outside of my comfort zone in a way that is harder for me. Because I do have some people that I will very easily just show up and we'll play cover songs that we know.
Because you're comfortable with that, yeah.
Right, exactly, yeah. So if it's more like what I'm used to doing, there's very little prep time, if any, and then it's just a real nice evening where I'm just sipping on a bourbon and I don't really need to have my wits about me very much to get through a really nice night. This is like, I need to think because I'm maybe playing a different instrument or I'm writing in a style that I'm not used to. If you know anything about Burnt Tavern, they call themselves, among other things, like apocalyptic folk. So I'm trying to learn different folk patterns like reeling and jigs in Irish folk music. On piano, it's a really weird thing to do because you just have to kind of learn these patterns. And it's been fun, but challenging and not what I'm used to doing. So it's hard.
That's Mark for you.
Yeah. That's Mark for you.
Well,
I love you, Mark.
They all bring something really interesting to the table, and I've been kind of covertly like having side conversations with each of them. They'll say that they have like 9 to 13 people in the full band if everybody were to show up, and so I'm still kind of checking everybody out and figuring out like what's your like weird side interest that has nothing to do with music, and it's been kind of interesting in that way. Yeah. Who knew you could be social and musical at the same time?
Yeah,
I didn't.
That's very rare.
Yeah.
Very rare. So let's talk about some of the things that you maybe have out now, where people can find you, whether on Spotify or if there's a handle that you can use.
Yeah.
Let's hear that. But then let's talk about what you have out and how you went about getting it out.
Definitely.
And recording it.
I will, yeah. I think I'm lucky to have a name that I have not found duplicated. So all of my stuff, if you look up Allison Stella or Allison Stella Music, pretty much brings you there. So I have a website called AllisonStellaMusic.com that's still relatively new. I just made a Google site. But that kind of brings you everywhere, including where you can find my music on YouTube and Spotify. My YouTube channel is mostly just things that I cut from my live performances. Okay. So it's a lot of my versions of cover songs that I do when I'm out playing at breweries or something like that. I also have an Allison Stella Music Facebook page, which is helpful for events and stuff like that. Instagram as well. So yeah, real name. If you look up the real name, you'll find the stuff, which is good.
Which is rare.
Yeah.
Use my real name if you can find me. I
Well, I
like it.
get that
I like it.
question.
I like that a
get
lot.
asked, so what's your real name? And I'm like, no, it's Allison Stella. It's not that. It's not
Until
that
somebody
weird.
pays me a lot of money to change it, yeah, it's going to be
Right?
that.
Exactly. Yeah, someone's got to buy it off of me. That's the only way to get it. You know.
And let's talk about like the releases that you have, like original compositions.
Well, I think I learned talking to you guys that you started this podcast idea in COVID era. Similarly, my first album was like a COVID album.
Okay.
So it was...
There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hate to pull a silver lining out of it, but I think there were a lot of people who decided, I have time, if not when, and that was definitely an example of that for me. I, at the end of 2020, started teaching from home because the schools had shut down for the end of the school year. So I was doing my lessons live stream from home, and my gigs were all canceled because all of the restaurants were not open, or at least not yet. They hadn't figured out the outdoor thing. So I decided, well, I've got about 13 songs that I've just been messing around with, some of them from like the college days when I was playing with a jazz combo. So maybe I'll just put them all in one place. I have like a little Tascam 8-track recorder that's battery powered, and decided to record them, and that album's called Echolalia. Okay. So that's out everywhere, but again, I play with the idea of getting it officially done at some point, maybe my favorites, with somebody who knows what they're doing technically. And then I guess it was 2023, I had a little bit more of an intentional album, still, homemade, but I wrote for the purpose of putting these songs in one place. And that one's called A Waste of a Good Name. And it has kind of like a thematic movement from beginning to end where all the songs were meant to be together. So even though that one's only 11 songs long, it feels more cohesive. And I kind of think it's a better example. So I think at this point I have about 9 new songs in the chamber, but I haven't started that project or named it yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, as long as you keep moving forward, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
Now, is playing with Mark hindering your...
Well, no, I think there's probably...
shots fired.
Yeah, I'm going to get myself in trouble here.
Is this hindering your artistic... No, just kidding.
I'm sure. I think there's a level of... I think music writing, even when you're sitting alone in your room, is a challenge because there's a little bit of like self-embarrassment you have to get over. As an example, I was working on one weird song just this week, and I'm humming it to myself, and I'm thinking, is this something I've heard before? Like one very specific part, So I'm thinking, I got to go through every song I've ever heard and listen to see if this melody shows up. So I do think that sometimes you find yourself influenced, and maybe in a bad way like that, by other musicians around you, but there's also a positive type of borrowing or a positive type of like brain exercise. So yeah, it's, working with other people is always a time crunch, which is why I've always avoided it in the past. But I'm trying to see if it would help me from staying stagnant. Because that's
when you're by yourself, you're always your own worst critic, and you're going to overanalyze everything.
Yeah. I think I do have a pretty clear view of my limitations. I'm really bad at memorizing music, and I'm a vocal lesson dropout. So in ways that maybe some of the other people that you've interviewed have really good vocal control, it's never been a thing I've been able to nail. So I kind of like to do the songwriting for the sake of the concept I want to convey. And I also do find it fun to write pieces on a piano, because I'm used to the idea of arranging a song that already exists. Like rewriting something when you already have a piece is like having a projection on the wall and you're tracing it a little bit, but you can kind of go outside the lines. Starting with nothing has been like a puzzle, a different type of puzzle, which is fun.
Okay. Do you actually enjoy putting the puzzle together?
I think I do.
You think you do?
Well, so I say
no,
I
it's
think I do.
it's like a car where you have to switch gears,
Yeah.
and there's certain things that like you can miss a gear, like
I think it's two things. So when I say I think I do, this kind of comes from a place of having a few rough experiences with sharing my own music. Famously, original showcases or original shows are not money makers. I'm going to make a lot more money if I play for 3 hours in a brewery or a restaurant than, a 25-minute set as part of something that, I need to get people to buy tickets and I'm not going to see $5 of that, that kind of thing. So when I say that I enjoy it, there are some difficult moments of putting myself out there, going through the anxiety and walking away, feeling like I didn't take anything with me.
Well, when you do originals, it has to be for the love of the music.
That's
it
the thing.
Can't be about the money because unless you're selling out arenas, you ain't making money.
Exactly. So I think for me, since I got into music performing out here to supplement my teaching career because I was making, too little to live in this area, and I needed a side job. So I'm like, well, I'm going to start playing at the Dutchman was my first place back when that was still, not in a parking lot. Yeah. And it was a really convenient way to make money without having to also dedicate a whole lot of time to like waiting tables or attending bar, So I think I kind of got into my mind music as a job that would make money. And then I also noticed that I'm not the kind of person who feels terribly comfortable in front of an audience. So it's almost like I really like the idea of the songwriting, but the song performing is a little bit of a painful experience for me.
Okay.
Which is why I think one of my favorite things to do lately, I work a little bit with Bruce Rutledge from the Pickles on his original pieces. So I like kind of doing this support thing where, I'm kind of writing some aspects of his song with him, but I'm also not the center of attention. Okay. That's been my favorite thing because it's a combination of the songwriting without the pressure.
Well, you're more of like a studio musician as compared to like, the live original musician.
Yeah.
But she seems like she likes to write. Like a studio musician's going to come in and be like, "What is it?" or read a paper or whatever.
Well, I'm just saying the
do
fact
you like this and then be done.
She would like to be in a studio playing the music, not so much like you're playing her originals out in front of people.
Bingo.
She's a fan of the creating of it, not so much the playing it for the masses.
Yeah.
Ghostwriter.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's kind of what I think I'd be more comfortable doing.
I mean, you could get your whole shtick, just put like a big curtain in front of you, and just say like, pay no attention to the woman behind the curtain.
Well, didn't the Gorillas make a lot of money doing that?
Yeah, they're a cartoon.
Right? I should just be in the Gorillas.
And it took years for people to figure out that it's the guy from Blur.
It is?
The singer, yeah.
Well, I've just found that out now, so.
Yeah, I was today years old.
And then there's Del the Funky Homo Sapien. He's in there too.
You would never know because the whole screen thing.
I'm trying to think. What was that? The Blues Traveler video where they were playing behind the screen, and there was another band in front of them.
I saw it on.
There was a video that was like one of their hits. Wasn't Hook.
I don't know the song. Maybe Run Around.
Probably, yeah. But they're literally playing behind the band and stage.
There you go.
So I was like, oh, that's cool.
Just the whole Wizard of Oz thing, pay no attention to the guy behind the curtain.
So wait, in this metaphor, do I get to be Blues Traveler?
You can be if you'd like to.
That's good news.
If you're going to be John Popper, you got to play harmonica.
Yeah, I'll work on that. I might as well. It's probably the next instrument.
It's a requirement for the job.
Yeah.
Well, it's lighter than a piano.
It's true.
So
there you go.
It's a good idea.
Does harmonica folky though?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bob Dylan.
Oh yeah, but that's not a post-apocalyptic folk.
Well,
I mean, you just got to have a washboard.
You got to try.
You got to get a washboard next to you too.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
complete the vibe.
But spray painted black.
Yeah.
Did you have to paint a piano?
Or you could just light it on fire.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Just light it on fire and char it.
Yeah,
You
yeah. I think that would match the aesthetic, like spot on.
There you go. See? We're giving her gold right now.
I know,
right?
I know. She's
take it all with me.
She's gonna just take over or get fired. One or the other.
One or the other. There's no in between. There's no in between.
If he fires, she'll just be like, dude, I'm gonna call Jeff. He's gonna be like, fuck.
This is gonna come out. Mark's gonna text me like, what did you do to her?
We showed her the light.
Well, according to Mark, you're sitting across the table from two of the most jaded people.
Wow.
So,
is that true?
Yeah,
Probably,
pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah. We were out there. We did it. We we're just older now and a little cynical.
Remember when Mark filled in for me at that one fucking show? Yeah. He's trying to be like all mean and stuff. I'm like, you just can't do it.
He's like, I'm going to be Jeff today. And he said like one mean thing.
He's like, you guys sound really good. I'm like, that's not Jeff.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting to be mean. It's a lot of energy.
That's not. Well, not when it flows. You know, like.
Well, eventually we've gotten to the point where we tried to be nice for a while. And now we're just like, we're just going to be honest.
Right.
You know?
So honest really isn't mean. It's just honest.
It's just,
you don't like honesty.
It's blunt. You know, that's what it is. Yeah. We're brutally honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Some people don't like it. And it's nice. That's a problem. That means there's nothing going on.
True. Yeah. See, mindless would be boring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there's something worse than you hear somebody up on stage and you're like, kind of oh, and then they get off and you're like, oh, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I do that. I feel bad.
So,
I mean, I find a thing to like. You know,
do you?
I do.
You know, I do
I'm
that
very
in the
good at
studio sometimes, and sometimes that doesn't even work.
Yeah.
You know.
I think if it's something that's said and done, you know, there's nothing constructive otherwise to say. Finding that one nice thing. It's the teacher thing.
Yeah.
I had to be able to do it.
See, but
you
me
know?
as a person, I wouldn't want somebody to just be like, "Oh, that was great." I would want somebody to be like, "It was okay, but you could work on this."
Yes, yeah.
You
So
know?
if there's a next time, or if you're in the middle of a recording project,
If there's
Or like your
Great.
guitar player shit,
Yeah.
you replace them.
yeah.
that is kind of do or die at that point. Yeah.
Nice.
See, I gotta find a new guitar player, I guess.
Peace. Douchebags. Stupid.
Just add 2 more strings and you got it covered. Really.
Fuck that.
He can't even handle 4.
I play one string. That's it.
Yeah, we know. You fucking root thumper.
Oh wait, I have a piano bass player joke. I probably already gave it away. How many bass players does it take to screw in a light bulb?
37.
One keyboard player with his left hand.
Thank you. That's it.
Ray Manzarek of the Doors.
See, I see how it is.
I don't really believe that, just for the record.
Oh, no, I see where you stand.
You do.
All right.
You wouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah, well, I think I told that joke once to Todd, and he was a very good Todd Robb from the Pickles, and he was a very good sport about it. But I saw the hurt in his eyes. So.
I'm used to it at this point. I've been hanging out
What's
with
the
him for
guitar?
15
There's a
years.
guitar player one with that. It's like, how many guitars does it take to screw in a light bulb? I think it's like 1, but the other ones sit there and judge him or some shit like that.
Okay,
It's like
that's
something-
accurate.
yeah,
That is
it's like
accurate,
something
though, yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's cool.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So what is the future for your music? Your music. We'll jump back into your band.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Actually, that's a good
This is-
question.
yeah.
Would you ever do something of your own with other members? Like, say, let's have a drummer, have bass, have.
I've thought about it for the sake of recording only.
Okay.
I would be the worst front woman imaginable.
Why? If you're.
Again, I think it's this whole thing where where I shine is as a support, but I totally crumble as soon as I feel like I'm.
But you're already
center of
doing the
attention.
front woman thing.
I know, but I think
I know.
I think there's something that's a lot more comforting when I'm playing these venues. I'm not putting my own music out there. So if you don't like the song, well, blame the Cranberries or something, right? Like there's a whole different.
Okay.
You got to
vibe
get to the point where,
that.
like, if you don't like the song, fuck you.
Well, yeah, I think that's the Pennsylvania in me. It's all very polite. And
Well, where in Pennsylvania are you from?
Berks County, not Bucks, Berks. This is like Reading.
Okay.
It's like Cabela's is the biggest thing we got going on over there.
What'd you say?
Cabela's, the hunting store. It's
yeah.
Bass Pro Shop, but like
On
more
steroids,
redneck.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what is that?
Yeah, no, it's
But I have heard of that. I have heard of that thing.
Appalachia, you know.
And Reading, isn't that where from? Oh no, it's Erie.
Yeah, that's all the way out. I think.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
where the Wonders are from.
The
Oneaters.
Would have been cool. Would have been cool.
See, next thing you know, you got to make it be like, it's Burnt Tavern featuring Allison Stella.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think you
see,
should.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
I just get a separate line.
Yeah.
When we have the meeting for that, and you need votes, just call
Yeah,
us.
thank
We'll
you.
vote.
I
You got
appreciate
to
that.
recognize the real talent, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't look very good in a kilt, so I
Neither
think that's
does
the
Mark.
deal.
Oh my!
I'm sorry. I set that one up.
And he spiked it down, which he should have. Sorry, Mark. I think you look great.
You
Me
can't
too.
throw up the
Nobody
softball
can
and
pull
expect
it
me
off.
not to swing. You know?
Listen,
That's
I
your
think
buddy.
When you have socks that are that cool, you have very few options, and that's just the one.
Well, yeah, because it shows it all.
No, I talk a lot of shit, but I love Mark.
Yeah, totally. But you had an actual question. I forget. It was what my music is doing next.
Yes.
This is a hard question for me to answer myself because of all the things I'm bringing up. The non-insignificant amount of like stage fright, the uncertainty of what I want to do with this.
She's going to have 3 albums and 4 solo tours in the next 6 months.
Probably.
I think with 3 I have to cut it, right? It's kind of a nice round number. So I think once I finish up these songs, like that would just be a nice like, okay, I'm done recording music.
And then you work on the next trilogy.
Yeah. Well, no, I think I have to be something else then, like a playwright or a novelist or something wild that I haven't started yet. Like
Well,
obviously.
You go up with
Yeah.
ventriloquist, you know?
Yeah. You know, professional badminton player.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
Probably
Pickleball
keep myself
player.
spry as I
Yeah,
get older.
pickleball's the thing right
That's
now.
the new thing.
I've heard, which makes me opposed to trying it.
I work on LBI, and all I hear about is pickleball.
Yeah.
That's
it.
like
They
the
love
next. It's like a bunch of golfers do that, like as their spare time.
Well, I always hear about people in meetings and complaining about all we hear all day long is.
Well, maybe they should have less meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people love their pickleball, man.
Well, I'm assuming it's like tennis but smaller.
Yes.
Is it easier? Is it easier than tennis? Is that the point? Like, is it more accessible if you...
I guess, depending on your competition. It can get pretty crazy.
Okay. Like between ping pong and
Yeah.
tennis. Okay.
I'd say it right in the middle.
Well, you sold me. I'm gonna take that up now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
There you go.
You just made her career.
I'm inspiring people.
Answered all my questions right here, right now. This is a new song called Honey and Thistleroot. Let's get out before they can catch up. This twisting world's got no hope of reeling us back in. We'll walk all night till it's all alright, like it's never been. Let's get gone before they can catch on. From now on, a glance behind is our only sin. Retreat from man-made light till it's all alright, like it's never been. We'd be packing our things if we had anything worth saving. The only lifeline left is the horizon for which we're aiming. We may be missed, it's true, but if it's not me that's missing you, I'll give up the nothing that everything comes down to. Then we'll live on honey and thistleroot, and we'll have lied about where we've gone, but we'll be gone. It's enough, even if it's just us, with little care where we end up or where we begin. We'll travel light till it's all alright, like it's never been. You hand label all our seeds, and I'll lay down in the weeds. We'll wait out that loud night till it's all alright, like it's never been, like it's never been. We'd be packing our things if we had anything worth saving. The only lifeline left is the horizon for which we're aiming. We may be missed, it's true, but if it's not me that's missing you, I'll give up the nothing that everything comes down to. Then we'll live on honey and thistleroot, and we'll have lied about where we've gone, but we'll be gone. The cicadas are gonna send out a reminder that ever been. And I'm scared to death these days might bury me too. My only chance is that you'll carry me through. Don't take me back, I'll scream to faithless, foolish crowds so mean. We can't let them win. Don't let them win. We'd be packing our things if we had anything worth saving. The only lifeline left is the horizon for which we're aiming. We may be missed, it's true, but if it's not me that's missing you, I'll go to the nothing that everything comes down to. Then we'll live on honey and thistle root, and we'll have lied about what we've gone, but we'll be going. We'll be going. We'll be going. We'll be going. The cicadas are gonna find. We'll be going. Screaming to never look behind. We'll be going. We'll go where they'll never find us. Never find us. We'll be going. Hurry before those street lights blind us. Oh, we'll be going. We'll be going.
So futuristically, you're gonna go record. Are you planning on just still doing that home DIY thing, or is it like?
I think probably what I'll do.
Is that a comfort zone thing, or is
It's
that like
very much a comfort zone
Like, can I ask
thing.
you a list of questions? And
Yeah.
if you answer them, like, okay, you're classically trained, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you play in time to a click.
In theory, yes. Well, with what I recorded, I haven't been able to because of my limitations. It's like there's no like waveform. There's no click. It's very difficult to get it precise. It's just.
Have you done it though somewhere else where you've had to?
Oh yes. Yeah,
Okay, so,
yeah. So I could do those
the
things,
ability
yeah.
is there to do that.
Yeah.
Writing doesn't seem a problem.
No, not for the kinds of things that I like.
Yeah.
I guess if I were trying to become more commercial, I'd have to imagine what that
Well,
that
I
would
can
look
see
like.
if you sat there and played and sang to a click,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you don't even have to meet these people, just send
Right. Mm-hmm.
it out and like, hey, put drums on this. Hey, put
Yeah.
whatever the fuck. No
I
matter.
think miking things is a thing I never really figured out.
Well, you don't have to mic a keyboard.
No, yeah, so the keyboard's easy. I
That should
just
be pretty easy.
the vocals are really, really tough. That was always the hardest thing with
You just have to have a good mic.
Yeah. Need a good mic
Hey,
and
sometimes you don't. Sometimes you could just use a regular 58, and it doesn't matter as long as it sounds good.
yeah. I think, and this is beyond my technical ability to describe, but I would notice that there was an issue when I would basically overload the amount of sound that was going in.
That's setting it
And
properly.
then, of course, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the kind
But
of
that's
stuff.
easy. That's an easy fix. I mean, you can
Yeah.
probably watch YouTube and do
That's
that.
the thing. I'm realizing now I should YouTube it.
The
As
fix
all
for every-
After you check out my playlist,
Yeah, yeah. Allison Stella music.
there you go. See,
Yeah.
she gets it.
Gosh, she even got the little plug in there too.
I did.
know.
She's a
Thank
pro.
you. Yeah.
See?
Just rolls off the tongue now, you know.
Speaking of playlists, after this, Allison Stella will be on our playlist on Spotify.
Yay!
Wonderful.
Yes.
How's that doing?
I don't know.
Okay, good meeting you.
I just add the songs to it. I don't check it.
How's our emails doing?
We have emails.
Oh, wait a minute. That's my line.
I stopped checking that years ago.
Oh, that's good. You're doing a great
Who
job.
needs it?
He does.
Oops.
Otherwise, he'll have to rely on Spotify.
Yeah. Which we also don't check, apparently.
He hates Spotify.
I hate Spotify.
It's rough.
It's the devil.
Yeah.
It's not the devil. It's the way of life.
It's the devil. It wasn't the way of life.
It wasn't, but it is now.
Stupid people made it the way of life.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go. Stupid people.
That's why musicians don't make money.
Oh, not at all.
No.
It's so different than it was, 90s.
0.3 of a penny per spin.
If that, honestly.
It's probably less than that.
I think I pay more money. This is embarrassing to admit. I pay more money to keep it on the platforms, I'm sure, than I make. But it does
Well, wait,
almost
what
break
platforms do you pay for?
So I guess like if you have either DistroKid or TuneCore or whatever, like it's you pay a certain amount in order to have them basically serviced. And I've got the Spotify thing, Amazon Music, Apple Music. But to have them all distributed, you pay that service in order to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not really, as far as I know, able to just make your own like user thing and put it up on
No,
Spotify.
you have to go through some sort of like
Yeah.
CD Baby or DistroKid.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, and there's usually a charge involved with that. And if you think about how little you make as a result, you're lucky if you basically make the amount that you're paying to. Well, for me, if you're somebody making, getting a lot of plays or whatever, I'm sure it's very different, but I'm not in
I'm
that
pretty sure you don't
category.
even get paid for your first 1,000 spins, something like that.
Well, they just changed it now, so like if you don't, that's something weird. I don't
You
know.
don't-
what it
you don't
was.
make
I
any-
think it's
Yeah.
now you have to have so many annual spins to continue to get paid.
Yeah.
Our monthly,
Otherwise, they
monthly
take it and
listeners.
give
or-
it to somebody that
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Like it's all probably coming from my dad replaying my music, so he's
Oh, there you
doing
go.
work
Good job. And is he still in Pennsylvania?
for now. But I'm
Do they
hoping
have
that they'll
radios
move
out there?
out.
Not just kidding. I'm totally joking.
Barely. It's AM only.
Are they still milking
Yeah.
butter in the fucking
Churning butter, you mean?
churning butter?
Not
That's
Does
it.
milking
smell
butter?
like cows out there
Oh,
exclusively. Exclusively cow.
Bringing them out to the dirty Jersey, huh?
Oh yeah, you trying to get them to come out
I'm
here?
converting them. Of course, it's like the worst state to retire in, according to
Yeah.
that one article that I read.
One.
Yeah,
Just keep going. You're gonna find them all. Say that.
yeah.
See, I tell people all the time.
It's true.
New Jersey, everybody says it's the worst. It's fucking expensive, but you're never going to find what you have here anywhere else.
Oh no, I agree with
No,
that.
you're not.
Yeah.
You got New York, you got Philly, you got the ocean, you got Atlantic City.
But do you need
Total.
that? Like, do you need that in life?
It's
I
a
mean,
want.
It's nice.
Like, you could go to a beach anywhere.
Even whether you go within like 4 hours, you can go. You got Baltimore, you got Boston, you got New York, you got Philly.
Okay.
There's a lot to this area.
This thing's called planes.
Not
For
if you don't
now.
have a real ID.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay.
I can't get
Good
Get a
luck,
real
good,
ID?
good luck getting one of those right now.
Whatever.
It's rough.
So we don't go anywhere. Drive.
That's the point that you're making. You're within a drive of all those things.
I like road trips though. They're fun.
Back to the first thing I said about driving. I'm no good at it. So you can have your road
Go
trip.
with some.
I'll sit
Go
in the
with some.
back.
There you go. There you go.
We're set up for mass transit. She could take a train anywhere she needs to go.
Oh, that's true.
She's used to horse and buggy though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. With the triangle on the back. Got to be careful. They have the
Good old-
hazard.
good old Amish.
Okay.
Did you say hazard?
Yeah, they have that like the hazard triangle on the back, so you don't run into the Amish people accidentally.
Oh, yeah. True.
Yeah.
I can see
It's
it.
like
I heard hazard. I literally like went to Dukes of Hazard, and I was
Where do you
like,
think I got the
yes.
hat from?
I don't know.
The Amish.
she's like I mugged a guy on the side of the road, kicked him off.
That's
Ran
not
him
very
over,
Pennsylvania
took
of
his
you.
hat, took his wife, took his horse.
I hit the buggy, took the butter and the hat, and I'm out.
I bet she still makes more money than a musician.
Yeah, honestly.
Her violent past is coming out now.
Yeah, that's the part I tried to hide
I'm
in
scared.
the earlier part. Yep.
If we're not seen after this episode,
We know.
you know who it is.
Oh
You
my
know
god,
who it
that's
was.
would be perfect.
You're not Amish enough.
Next week, you should totally put like a trailer thing up and like, well, due to
Foreseen circumstances.
For Matt and Jeff's whereabouts, question Allison Stella.
or start searching Pennsylvania.
Active investigation.
Oh boy,
Mark would probably applaud that.
I hope.
Right.
He's like, get rid of those two assholes.
Probably.
He sent me, actually.
Yeah. Oh my god. Goddamn mafia.
She's an
Folk
assassin.
mafia.
She's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
hired assassin.
Yep. Got you.
She's like, I'm gonna take this hat off. The
Yes,
fucking
yeah,
knives. will-
knives.
She's all small and sweet and unassuming, and then she just starts whipping out knives.
It's the best way to do it.
She's like a fucking ninja.
You don't
Yeah,
hire
come.
somebody like you to go somebody rough someone up. You hire someone like me. They never see
Never
me
see
coming.
it coming.
Yeah.
Allison Stella, assassin for hire.
True. Yeah.
Excuse me, sorry. Please don't kill me.
Fine.
Yes, thank you.
You said please.
Yes.
My Pennsylvania heart is,
Tuscaloosa
warmed.
heart.
The cockles.
Oh,
I hate the word cockles. I'm really sorry for doing that to you.
Fucking weird.
Deep down in the cockles of our heart.
I know. I go to Dennis Leary right off the bat.
Maybe in the subcockle area.
Subcockle.
Oh my god.
Ew.
Jesus Christ.
It's almost as good as moist.
I was thinking moist too.
It's right up there. It's right up there.
Oh my god. All right, so you're gonna record. Let's go back to music. So you have, what'd you say, 9?
I think 9 so far.
What are you looking for? What's the match number?
I feel like I need to have 10.
Well, you just
I
right
don't
there.
know. I know. I'm very close. I like the idea of making it, no offense to EP people or single people. I mean, people who release singles, not single people. But I really like the idea of like an album that you can spend the better part of an hour with if you so choose. That's the kind of music that I grew up listening to. Like an Elton John album could get you through an hour of your life, So I like the idea of doing that rather than picking one like catchy song and releasing that alone. I think that's just a personal preference of mine.
But that is the way of the dinosaur.
It is. I know. So I think I'm safely embedding myself in the outdated past.
She's like, I'm creating my own fossil.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it is a thing that, in 5 years will be cool again.
Maybe.
Maybe it like vinyl's making a comeback. Maybe there are also some artists who will be like, it's so retro to do like more than one song at a time.
But
like,
is it making a comeback, or is it like that money trend where it's just like, well, we got nothing else. Like, let's put vinyl out again.
Well, I mean, if you
Yeah.
think about it, vinyl's been making a comeback since like 2000.
Yeah.
It's always been there.
yeah.
It's just more expensive these days.
It is. And then you buy a record player that actually has a USB in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
So
that
it's
defeats the whole
point.
fucking
Yeah.
purpose of a
The
fucking-
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I can play it out of the crappy, speaker that's underneath the turntable.
Well,
I'm
not
really
even
glad
that.
I can do
You're
that.
supposed to take an analog signal,
Right.
and you're making it digital.
Exactly.
I got that analog feel. Mm-hmm. Sorry, there's the honesty coming out.
No, but you're right. I mean,
Thank you. See,
I don't know.
It's
I think similarly, if you pick part of that retro thing and people don't understand enough of it, then they might still find that nostalgic appeal.
well,
So-
that's what it is. It's just like, oh, look at this. I remember. I don't even know if 20-something-year-olds would sit there and be like, I remember my parents having a record player.
At this point, I don't think so.
I don't think so. 20. That's 2000.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
right now, how cassettes are coming back. How the kids these days don't even know what a fucking cassette is.
Where can you even buy a fucking cassette player?
You can't. Well, I mean, you probably can, but
Probably on like eBay for fucking $6,000.
yeah.
The problem, I think, is how little is in a car now.
Yeah.
Like you can't play anything in your car, like not even an aux cord at this point because your phone doesn't have it. Forget about it. You need 6 dongles. But like you can't, like it used to be, you could put a CD or a cassette in your car. I've been making CDs for each of my albums just through something like Disc Makers because I like the design aspect.
Yeah.
I like to make the cover and make the CD art. But I didn't sell hardly any of my last one because everybody says to me, "Oh, I would, but I don't have a CD player. I don't have one in my car. I don't have one at home." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, me neither. Actually, you're right."
Yeah, new cars, CD players are not standard.
I don't think
anymore.
laptops have CD players in them
No.
anymore.
Oh,
Nope.
see,
Yeah.
I have
so
one that plugs in via USB
Yeah.
if you want one.
I think that's why like doing it a third time would probably be the last time I do it the way that I'm doing it. And then if I feel like picking my favorites to record for real with somebody who knows what they're doing, then I might do that. But in terms of like another album, I am in those practical ways not outgrowing. I guess I am. It's expiring in its current form a little bit. It wouldn't be worth it to get 100 CDs pressed if nobody's going to want
I mean, there's
one.
still a handful of people that like to have that physical product,
yeah.
like a CD or a vinyl or something like that, just to
Yeah.
have that tangible thing.
Right.
But most people, if they can't hear it on their phone, they want nothing to do with it.
When I played, I think it was Lizzie Rose the other month, I had a few people who said that specifically. They bought the CD just because they wanted to have it. They didn't have a way of playing it, so they said that they would listen on Spotify, and it was so cute, they wanted me to sign their CD because they just wanted the physical thing.
But some people do it just to support the artist.
Oh, yeah, that
Well,
definitely was a huge aspect of it, I think. So.
It's like the lottery. It's like, sign this, and maybe your number will come up, and this will be worth something.
No, I know, not.
Fool you. Not making
I'll
fun
do
of
it
you.
for that one lady. I'll try and have a real career just so that her CD is worth like $50
more than
one
anybody
day.
else's.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it.
Solid plan.
I love it.
Yeah.
And you're making it happen right now. So.
You're going to get like 4 people to listen to your music from this
Wow.
podcast.
Unbelievable.
On a good day, maybe 7.
You might get fired from a band, but yeah.
That's also, I think that's the.
So this is the
The
push to be
compromise.
your original self.
Please don't hate me.
You can hate me.
You don't care.
Yay.
Mark doesn't fire anybody.
No, that's true.
He'll just bring in somebody else and just let you sit there.
Yeah, that's why it's
too nice
that's
to
why it's
fire.
got
He's
like
too nice to
13
fire
members.
anybody.
Not all 13 are there at the same time.
Yeah, it gets crowded.
How many gigs have you done with them?
Maybe 4 or 5. So I mean, if that's since December, it's not a crazy amount.
They don't play
Yeah.
a ton.
Don't play a ton. I'm also really unavailable, so
Okay.
they have sort of magnanimously allowed me to be like, I got a gig that day, so I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
That's
playing.
kind of
with
why
you,
they
you know.
constructed it the way they did.
Yes, yeah. So I think if they have like a certain core, but I just add like a little technically unnecessary razzle dazzle if I'm there, So it's great.
Dazzle, huh?
And I wear the hat, so not this one necessarily, but
Why not that one? It's got a feather.
well, you're right. I should.
Well, what hat
Yeah.
is it then?
Just another very similar hat to the point where the distinction is absurd. Yeah, it's just a hat.
Guessing the hat's kind of your thing, huh?
I like the hats. I mean, I have hair and everything. Like I'm not,
I can
I'm
see.
not
do have
covering
hair.
like up baldness or something. It's just I think
horrible.
Or is the
Actually-
hair part of
Yeah.
the hat?
it's a little attached actually. It's in there. It became like a weird brand thing because I would play outside a lot, and I just needed something to like shade my eyes a little bit. And I was like, no, this isn't all the time thing now. So now I'm stuck. It's fun. You got to
Nothing
have a
wrong with that.
thing,
Do you have multiple hats, or is it like kind
I
of
got 3.
two?
This is the summer hat, I'm breaking it out just for you guys.
What's the winter hat?
It's like a felt, wide-brimmed bolero with a big pheasant feather.
Should have came with that.
I almost did, but it was getting a little
That's
warm
only on the
finally.
day she be pimping.
Yeah, it is very much of a pimp hat, If it were a little floppier, full pimp hat.
Okay, what's the third?
I guess that's the burnt tavern hat. It's just a black.
Like that, but
Yeah,
black.
It's got like a black rooster feather in it, which maybe means something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to think too deep into it.
I am.
He's like, I am.
I know.
Go ahead. You finish this interview. I got some research to do.
Oh boy, symbolism of bird feathers.
Rooster feather.
Rooster feathers. Oops, my bad.
All right, so we're going to spend the next 5 minutes talking shit on Mark.
Because there wasn't enough yet.
No. Definitely not. No, he's all right. We can go to Alex, though, because she's too quiet. She needs to
great.
get fired up a little bit.
Yeah. No, I think I've found a kindred spirit in her because she seems as uninterested as being at the center of attention as I am.
That's why I
it's good.
keep trying to force her to be the center
Yeah.
of attention.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she can do it. I just think it's a preference thing.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to force her out of her comfort
Yep.
zone. Put her front and center, right in front of the camera.
Yep.
What'd
It's
you
a
find?
talent
What'd you
of
find?
yours.
Is it a tail feather?
Yes. Why? Am I cursing myself?
No, actually, you're
Okay,
not.
good.
Here, I'll let you read it first.
Is it-
Shit. I'll let you read it first.
dramatic
because-
reading? Should I read it out loud or are you?
No,
or
you can
want
read
me
it
to do
first because I don't want to make you feel like whatever. But it's like to boost your.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Actually, hey, I could use this. Okay, wait. So should it also mentions masculine energy and strength? Which I am Italian, so I'm working on the mustache.
Oh, there
it's
you
like
go.
5 years out.
It's like 5 years out. She said. Oh, boy. All right, we'll start wrapping this up. We'll give you the same final question we give everybody
Well, wait,
else.
hold on. Is there anything else you'd like to promote? Let's go through your handles again one more time.
Yeah, so I think the thing I would like to promote the most is the AllisonStellaMusic.com website, which is kind of the hub for everything. But I really am trying to get more of my originals on Allison Stella Music YouTube, not just because Eagles copyright struck
Eagles?
for Hotel California.
Oh.
Sad. Don't cover any Don Henley songs because you'll just get slapped for it. But yeah, I'm trying to put more of my originals.
We should all try
there.
that. We should
I know,
just
yeah,
do every
right?
single one of those songs.
Well, you can only do 3 before you lose your channel because the strikes. 3 strike, you're out. Yeah.
Three
That's why it's a
legitimate
big deal.
copyright strikes and they
Yeah.
take down your channel.
Wow.
I mean, other people just say, well, we're going to monetize it and take the money. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
your song. I'm covering it. No, that was a strike. That's like we're trying to take down your channel.
That's not even so much him. It's a record label.
Yeah. Yep. Little old me. You're right. So the YouTube channel, I would like to put before I can record them, put more of the original songs. I've got a few that are there that aren't anywhere else. So
You'll have 3 from this.
that's true. That's true. So I think
I can send you the footage if you would like.
I might like to use that if you don't mind. That would be a huge kindness.
I'll hook you up.
Thank you. But that is where I'm putting the new things before they go anywhere else. But I do have the events on the website, and I've been using my Instagram a lot to put other events there too. So Allison Stella Music all day long. That's just what it's called.
Instagram seems to be the standard.
I think it's because that there are more people who use it, and I find that people see things there much more quickly than Facebook these days. I'm surprised how much I'm seeing that is already expired on Facebook, like friends' events that happened 2 weeks ago that now is showing up on my feed for the first time. Why?
Yeah, I noticed that too.
It's weird.
I mean, I like Instagram because I just don't feel like reading everybody's shit. So a picture of like, oh, that's cool. Slip.
Says 1,000 words. You're reading 1,000 words, don't you know?
TikTok is pretty good, but it's too erratic.
Yeah, that's,
I haven't jumped on board of that, so
I get tired.
I'm also
of it,
too
'cause
lazy.
It's like one video does really good, then you post another one and like 3 people watch it.
Yep.
Then another video will do good, and the next one like 5 people will watch it. It's too all over the place.
It's like the lottery. If you buy a ticket, you might as well buy a lot of tickets because one might make it.
Yeah, I guess. All right. Well, like I said, we'll give you the same final question we give everybody else. If you could change one single thing about the music scene, the local music scene, what would it be and why?
Especially in this area, I wish it were more lucrative for people to do their original music, because I've really enjoyed these original, showcases with songwriters who get to show their stuff, but it just doesn't get the kind of draw that I expect. So I wish there were a push toward original music, because so many of these bands make it with covers, and I'm a fan of that too. That's how I make it work. But I find that I like these, songwriter events, original band events, and I wish that they were obviously more profitable rather than an expense for these guys.
Yeah, a few people have said that, but posed it more as, I wish the public would support original music as much as they support a cover artist.
Oh no, that's definitely
Yeah.
that's a better way of saying the same thing, because that's the only way it's going to happen, is if people support maybe listening to a new song that they haven't heard before. There's just a draw to familiarity. They want to hear a song they've heard on the radio, and if it hasn't been something that they heard while they were driving, broadcasted to tons of people, they don't really care.
So then how's the question of, well, how do you fix dumb?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's dumb so much as it is curiosity. Like for me, when I'm hearing a new song from one of these guys that's technically good, they're singing well, like it's a new thing, I'm curious because it's something new I haven't heard. I think people are not curious listeners.
But most people like that are musicians.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You're looking at it as a
That's
musical
right.
thing, looking at a person that I just wake up and have coffee and go to work every day.
Yeah. So I think the problem is a lot of these kinds of events, the people who show up, myself included, are also musicians for the reason you're saying. Yeah. It can't just be only musicians supporting musicians.
It is, though, now.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that.
No.
It wasn't that,
I think
90s.
there were
and
people who
early
made their
2000s.
personality around being a music lover, but had never picked up an instrument. And I don't really know a whole lot of people like that anymore.
No, that's all gone.
Especially people younger than me. Either they learned an instrument or they literally will admit to and boast about never listening to music at all. So the only thing that hits them is what they're being fed through the algorithm or on the radio.
I think just people are too comfortable with just what they're being fed from the algorithm and comfortable in what they know, and they don't want to take that chance on finding a new band.
Right.
Like we've said on here a million times, like me growing up, I used to always go, if I was going to a show and like I was there when the doors opened and I stayed until the very last band, and I checked out every band that was playing it because I found so many great bands that I now listen to all the time because they were just that, low card opener that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah.
But people don't do that anymore. They go, even at original shows, they'll go see the one band they want to go see, and then they skate out the door.
They leave.
Yeah.
I've been so shocked by that.
Yeah, it's tough. So we try to do our part and do our little shows over at Matterfirkin and try to make it like a more of a community event and have everybody try to stick around, and it's normally a good time.
Thank you for doing that, because I do think it makes a difference. This is the one thing going against that tide. So thanks for what you do.
Thank you.
I like how she tries to butter us up.
Well, I've been mean to everybody else. Sorry, Burnt Tavern tonight. So
Well, we might need bands for Harvest Festival again this year. That's why she's buttering us up.
Oh, that's true. Well,
you have to play your
okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, do you want to do it yourself, or do you want to bring your band?
I could open for the band that I'm in. That wouldn't be weird at all. That would be so normal to do.
Yeah. Or it'd be better, we all sit there and watch you play, and then when you go to play with the band, we
Then
go
you
take
leave.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You're gonna get death metal
Why?
because Mark hates you.
They like me. They hate you.
Nobody hates me.
Don't I do.
Nobody. That's
Right.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I strongly dislike you
I am.
most days.
What you see is what you get.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
The transparency is endearing.
Yes.
We've been putting up with each other's shit for long enough.
Hey, what do you think? Fuck off.
Pretty much.
Hey, we didn't curse that much on this.
No, we did good. We did good. It's because we have a lady.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably why.
We're trying to be proper gentlemen.
I'd love to know if we made.
Thanks.
I want to know when the first curse was on this one.
I'll have to time it when I'm editing it.
Yeah.
I expected more from both of you.
See?
Because normally we have to keep a timer. Because with YouTube, if you curse in the first minute, you're less likely to be
Yeah.
in the algorithm.
No, you're right.
So we'll set a timer. Because normally it's 3 seconds in, we're like, fuck it.
Oh, we can do it now. Yeah. Let loose.
Or sometimes
Wow.
I'll take the cold open out from some funny part, and I'll put it third word is just boom, floodgates open.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, I'm actually really curious. Because it's minutes in.
See, we can be gentlemen if we
Yeah, we
want to
can be. Wow, you made us too soft.
Sorry. Also, you're welcome. But also sorry.
You're welcome, but sorry. But you're still welcome.
Right.
But also sorry.
All
Very
right,
indecisive.
well, thank you for coming out. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate all this. Everything, again, the support is just really nice. And this is a great conversation. Thank you.
That's what we try to do. We try to keep it nice and light, and not make it just 20 questions. We try to just have a nice, lighthearted conversation.
Some people like 20 questions.
Fuck them.
There were about 6. They were good questions. But 20, too many.
Too many. Jeff?
Was it really 6? If
wasn't
you really
really
counted
counting.
that, I would be like, what the fuck? I really need to pay attention more.
You ready?
Maybe. Maybe I don't want to go yet.
You don't? Don't lie. So we're out.
This song is called Suspended Sentence.
No suspended sentence. I'm serving life in a rib cage. No suspended sentence. I'm serving life in a rib cage. Every day I'm serving hard time in the hard times. Mama built the crib of ours as high as they could be. She's still the sweetest jailer I have ever seen. It's true. She painted this cell all blue. suit without a thread or pin. My convict costume's cut from reams of iron skin. It's true. Would a prisoner lie to you? No systematic sentence, serving life in a rib cage. No systematic sentence, I'm serving life in this rib cage. Every day I'm serving hard time and the hard times. Whoa, 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 whoa. No systematic sentence, I'm serving life in a rib cage. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No systematic sentence, I'm serving life in this rib cage. Every day I'm serving hard time and the hard times. Yeah.
Bye.